Anime is the Japanese term for animated productions, either hand-drawn or computer-generated. The first commercial anime began as shorts dating back to 1917, but the format did not fully develop into the 1960s when an animator Osamu Tezuka released a successful Astro Boy anime TV series. However, in recent years anime seems to have grown slightly more popular, and I will discover why the reason for this and find out what the fans and other anime distributors think. London MCM Expo is a multi-genre convention which is held in the London ExCeL Centre. The London MCM Expo happens twice a year and usually takes place on the last weekend of May and October. The convention mainly focuses on anime, manga, cosplay, comics, sci-fi and new video game releases. Within the convention there are many different types of stalls such as Comic Village, Pop Asia, UK Manga and many other stalls where the fans can go and explore. However, since 2010 around 50,000 people attended the expo, but since then the numbers have drastically increased to 100,000 people attending. I was able to talk to a few people and get their opinions on anime popularity.
Anime is just, it's something like music. It gives you a buzz which can't be explained and it can be, expressed through the heart and soul, and it's just something I've always been passionate about, and it's so lovely to be in a community where everyone's just as passionate.
Yeah, it has, because there's been so many fandoms and that come out from it. So like Tumblr, and it's all over Tumblr at the moment. I reckon if it becomes too mainstream, then it will get old. Then it will get too old.
The sort of animes like Naruto or anything like that, they've come more into the public eye. They've come more into the public eye and things like that. So yeah, definitely. I'm not bothered as long as I can continue watching the things that I want. I'm reading and reading manga or whatever. I don't mind. But yeah, it is quite nice having an exclusive group of people who are always the same thing.
After talking to some fans, I then went to visit Amber Quadling, who is a cosplayer, to get her opinion on the topic.
I think anime has become more popular through conventions.
Yes, I definitely do, because people that go along to conventions go in like all these Warhammer and stuff like that, go in costume and then they have a look at the anime and they'll be like, oh yeah, that looks interesting.
How do you think anime has progressed over the years?
I think it's actually got a wider audience now, and that the quality's getting a lot better. I mean, some of the old ones are quite good as well. Nice if it had an impact on every society.
What do you think is the future for anime?
I think it's quite big actually, because you got more animation coming out daily and yearly.
After speaking to Amber, I was able to get in contact with Andy Hanley, who is the editor-in-chief of UK Anime Network, which is a website that has been running since 1996 that includes all the latest anime releases, articles, competitions, merchandise, and tons of reviews. The website is able to bring the anime community together, allowing the fans to discuss their opinions on anime through forums and even discover more anime-related sites. I was able to have a short interview with Andy and was able to hear his thoughts on the anime popularity.
It probably depends to a certain extent from person to person, series to series. I mean, you can have a show that doesn't look that great visually, but if it has a really good story, it'll still be popular, people will still watch it. And conversely, I know there are certain series that I watch pretty much just because they look really nice over and above actually being particularly good in terms of story. I certainly think that the unique aesthetic of anime is what draws some people in initially. I mean, again, you kind of look at something like Akira. I think the reason that people were drawn to that above all else and why it became a classic of its time was simply, the look of it and kind of the visual ideas in that film are the sort of thing that a lot of people just simply hadn't ever seen before and arguably haven't really seen since. So, it's not always the driver of kind of anime's popularity, but it's certainly a big part of it. Conventions are kind of preaching to the converted, If you go to an outright anime convention, you're already a fan, you'll maybe learn about some things you didn't know about before, and you'll maybe pick up some other recommendations, but it probably doesn't affect people so much in those terms. It's difficult to kind of couch it in terms of progression as much as it is that it's certainly changed a lot. I think even now with kind of this stuff, and I think that does kind of inform and change.
There you have it, folks. It seems that anime has become a lot more popular in recent years, as even the British Film Institute in early April-May of 2014 started streaming Hayao Miyazaki movies such as Howl's Moving Castle, the award-winning Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, and many more. This here is a clear sign that anime has become more popular, as it's rare for anime to be shown in cinemas in Western countries. But only one key question remains. What is the future of anime? Will it continue being a niche interest that only a small handful of people share, or will it become something much bigger?